Hello, and welcome to my 12th episode and final episode of the first year of RIPW. We just came off the back of Black Friday 5, which was our best show so far. So if you missed that, go back, check it out. But what we're going to do in a second is go into the final show of the year 2020, which will be RIPW Battle Royal. If you would like to watch the entire thought process that goes into planning and booking that show, the next 4 weeks worth of game, then you can either click the link in the description, the card that's about to pop up on the screen, or you can scroll through to the end of this video and click the end screen. There should be a thing on the end screen that you can click and go and watch the full version. If not, that's fine, absolutely fine. Just sit here. In a second we'll transition over to RIPW Battle Royal and you can just enjoy it show by show. So yeah, last chance to click those links, otherwise we're gonna get started. Alright, let's go. Okay, welcome back. I am not 100% sure if this is going to be a very good show by our recent standards, but it's certainly a show. So, pre-show match. All the newbies doing some chemistry tests and getting no chemistry bumps at all. Well, AC Johnson getting a 17 isn't bad at all. I think this is pretty much everyone's best performance, including Violet Squirrel, unfortunately, who's been pretty bad for us so far. Getting 7s previously, it seems. So, yeah, I mean, can't really complain at everyone getting their best scores so far. They're improving. But yeah, this is just the pre-show match to test for chemistry amongst our new, yet to officially debut pupil. AC Johnson and Dylan Davis defeated Violet Squirrel and Oshjami Ruiz and Leroy Ondoff and Antonio Whitworth in 11-19. Elimination was those two first, and then those two second. Yeah, AC Johnson, as always with these newbies, the best performance. And Oshjami Ruiz and Leroy Ondoff were joint second, even though Ruiz was off his game. Right, that's it. Into the main show, the main Battle Royal show. I'm so nervous about this show. I really don't have a lot of confidence in it. But then again, last video I said this was going to be a middling show and it ended up being our best. So maybe I'm just completely wrong, but I doubt it. I'm not confident. Okay, so opening match. Crucially, I made a new match type, not an elimination triple threat tag, because I don't necessarily want all my triple threat tags to be elimination. So yeah. Triple threat tag team match, All Night Party versus the Magic Boys versus the Wrecking Balls. Lots of tag team specialist bonuses. Got the show off to a strong start. Segment rating 25. I like that. All Night Party won when Marty Simmons pinned Clubber Ball with a crazy driver, whatever one of them is. Marty Simmons got a 23. The winner of the match is partner 25. The Balls 20 and 19. And the Magic Boys both got 24. Lovely, nothing else to say, just a tag team showcase match, you know, maybe a bit of momentum and yada yada yada, that sort of thing. But yeah, just getting everyone on the show. This was a tricky show to book because of the Battle Royal, which I ended up putting 20 people in. So yeah. Anyway, next segment. Right, so Oscar Ozymandias, who some of you may or may not know. He is a former RIPW champion and RIPW tag team champion. And it says here that Mean Gene Catley challenged Ozymandias, but really, Mean Gene Catley said, look, all the focus is on the Battle Royal, but my monster will destroy whoever wants to answer this challenge. Kind of knowing full well that the whole roster is busy in the Battle Royal. And Oscar Ozymandias makes a surprise return. And yeah, they have a bit of a back and forth, and Catley goes, sure, let's do this. The challenge is accepted, but Hellion attacks Ozymandias from behind and beats him up and leaves him laid out. And then, of course, 39 rated segment, by the way, which is nice. But of course, we recap gimmick changes. Cool babyface. Nice. He's a cool... Look, you can tell he's a cool babyface by his sunglasses. But yeah, of course, as is traditional with Mean Gene Catley and his obsession with retaining the title, which, by the way, didn't play into this. I think maybe I don't have Mean Gene Catley in that storyline, which is kind of funny. Anyway, no pre-booking. The match immediately happens when Oscar's already down, so of course he does. But he fights back and manages to go nearly 14 minutes here. Until Hellion gets the win with the Devolution Bomb. And that's defense number 4 of the RIPW Championship. Aussie Mandius got 23. Hellion got 33. Love to see it. And Mean Gene Catley doing good work at ringside as always. 27 rated segment. I didn't expect this to be incredible. That's why it's so early on the show. And also because it's kind of a throwaway title defense. It pads out Hellion's stats a little bit. Gets him on the show. Gets a world title match on the show. But it's not the main attraction. You know, the main attraction is the Battle Royal. Now, wow, 46 rated, nice. So, speaking of the Battle Royal, Mean Gene Catley reveals his secret weapon. He has a new client, not replacing Hellion by any stretch. And it's Zeus Maximilian, formerly of USPW. And, like, if you know your C-verse, your Conoverse, you know this is a big, big get. Now, we'll talk about how big a get it is shortly. But for now, I just want to say, Catley, after his defense, is like, look, we need to control this RIPW championship, and this Battle Royal situation is too unpredictable. So Zeus, you're in. You're in the Battle Royal. Like, win it. That is these are your orders. Win. And obviously Zeus plays to the crowd, you know, gives them grief because he's obviously coming in as a heel. Yeah, it recognizes that this is part of that storyline and gains heat. Lovely. Good. We saw a good improv in the last segment, as the last angle as well between Catley and Oscar. But yeah, good improv again here. 46 rated, nice. And Zeus is in. Let's have a look at this. Badass gimmick. Okay. Suntan Superman gimmick. Initial rating of poor. Boo. Rating is likely to rise over time as the fans get used to the new gimmick. Okay, that's okay. Alright, next segment. It's Battle Royal time. We got a 33 rating. I expected this to be a lot lower. Okay, so Diva Arnold wins the Battle Royal. 17 minutes, 15 seconds. Match was a little too long given our audience. Yeah, I was worried about that, but I didn't want a 20-person Battle Royal to be too short either. The injury that Baron Royal worked through took a big toll. Did it though? Because right, let me read this since you'll all be reading it anyway. So Diva Arnold won. The other members of the final 4. Well, no, there was a final 5 that I defined, which included a whole lot of Marvin. But yeah, it was Zeus, Cowboy Buck, Jebediah, and Diva Arnold. Zeus being the final elimination. Whole lot of Marvin got the most eliminations over the course of the match. So good for him. You know, he's a big guy. He's good at Battle Royals. He's tossing people out left and right. And for the finale, Mean Gene Catley accidentally didn't hit Maximilian. That's not how I see that going down. What I see going down was maybe like Catley grabbing Diva Arnold against the ropes and being like, you know, like eliminate him. So Maximilian runs over to try and eliminate him, and just as he does, Diva like breaks free of the grip and like backdrops Zeus into Mean Gene Catley and eliminates him, and you know, blah 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 blah. And wins the match. So Catley tried to cost Zeus the Battle Royal and he won. Is this everyone? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, not even close. Is there any way of like seeing everyone who was in it? Well, I know, right, so I know that floor of the match was hurt because some of the workers having little or no involvement. So yeah, there was someone who I think it was, that's the thing, how do I get double penalised for that? I had Baron Royal, because he's injured, do very little in the match, like get eliminated quickly was essentially the message I was trying to pass along. And then I'm getting hurt for the fact that he wasn't involved much, but I'm also getting involved for the fact that he was involved too much. It's just stupid. But yeah, so we had Baron Royal and Kurt Merritt, so he wasn't on commentary for this one. We had Cowboy, you might have noticed in the final 4, Cowboy Buck and Jebediah. The story goes that they kind of somehow managed to cost each other. Like, they got into a disagreement and then maybe Zeus eliminated them both or something. Like, maybe one tried to sneakily eliminate the other after. So, maybe they teamed up to eliminate Marvin. How's this? They team up to eliminate a whole lot of Marvin. And then, as soon as they've done that, one of them, I don't really mind which, let me know in the comments if you've got a preference which, tries to immediately hoist the other one over the top. Like, look, it's every man for himself. And then they're kind of arguing near the ropes, and then Zeus just runs over and, like, clobbers them both, like, clotheslines them both over the top or something, and eliminates them both. So once again, these two are kind of getting in each other's way, which is the Legends return story advancing. The USA title storyline advanced but lost heat. That's crazy. It must have had a lot of heat. Southern Hospitality storyline, yeah, so 2 of the 3 of Southern Comfort were in this match, Samson Sharp and Hank Whitman. Hoss Hadley. So, in between shows, because they're 4 weeks apart, I usually give my unhappy people, and Hoss Hadley is still unhappy from the injury he suffered in, like, episode 1. I give them 3 weeks off, not realising this show's only 2 weeks after the last one. So, I accidentally made a couple of people unavailable for the show. My bad. So, only 2 of them are in this. But their feud with Tyrone Gray... No, Tyrone Gray, Nate DeMarcus... Them 2. No, Rocky Weatherfield. Where's Tyrone Gray? Oh, he'll be too late in the alphabet, won't he? Tyrone Gray and Nate DeMarcus. And whoever else is involved in that at the moment. I can't remember. Maybe, oh, Whole Lot of Marvin. Yeah. Maybe a Whole Lot of Marvin eliminated Samson Sharp and Hank Whitman. Maybe that's part of it. Or at least Marvin and or DeMarcus and or Gray. Maybe these 2 get their comeuppance because there's only 2 of them and there's 3 of their opponents. So they actually get outnumbered for once. Yeah, so stuff like that. So that got advanced. So did obviously Catley's storyline, his obsession with the title. But the bottom line is Diva Arnold wins and he gets the title shot next month at Championship Battle. So, yeah. Next. Right. So, not only is Zeus heading back down the aisle after his match, Zeus is chasing Mean Gene Catley because Catley gives him grief, right? And Zeus is like, I don't have to take this from you, and starts, like, power marching at Catley. Catley obviously runs up the ramp terrified because Zeus is terrifying. But as he gets up there, suddenly a Hellion blindsides him and power bombs him off the stage, through a table and onto a bunch of equipment. And Zeus is stretched out with a neck brace on. So, you know when I said he's a big signing? Yeah, it was for one show. It was for one show. I may entertain using him again, but honestly, he was a bit angry about losing the Battle Royal, which I thought was funny because I literally hired him as like a local. Not even on, I didn't even pre-hire him before the show on just like a 1 appearance contract. I literally hired him from the locals list, which I thought there'd be an implicit, you're probably not going to win here. You're just being used as a local talent. Even though you're a big name, you're just being brought in as a local talent for a local pop, you know. But anyway, so yeah, we've had Hellion batter Zeus. We got a 32 rated segment on that, which is nice. Obviously, I had Zeus and Mean Gene Catley set up as wrestler and manager. They don't have good chemistry as that. That's fine. They won't be being used in that way again, even if Zeus does come back, obviously. And Zeus is getting better at his gimmick. Great. I'm sure we'll benefit greatly from that. Anyway, so yeah, Hellion batters Zeus. Because I'm trying to get Hellion big time over as a monster. Next. Oh, Moriarty Schnell comes out. He wasn't in the Battle Royal, guys. And he's there with his USA title. He's like, I've got the most prestigious title. And it's the most prestigious title because I'm holding it. And unfortunately, and he starts counting up on his fingers. And he's like, I'm pretty sure everyone's appeared tonight. Everyone on the roster has been on this show. Like, absolutely everyone. I know Hoss Hadley's not here. And I know Warwick Good's not here. Everyone else has been on this show. I've got no challengers. So, I guess Moriarty Schnell gets the night off, right? Yeah, so that's kind of the segment. 55 rated. Go on, Schnell. He's so good on the mic. So good when we're on a script. And he says, obviously he says, we all know it doesn't matter whether I actually have to defend the USA title anyway, because everyone knows, bell to bell, nobody beats Moriarty Schnell. And then... boom! Eddie Peak appears. Former TCW Tag Team Champion. Former Dave champion of all varieties, tag team. I've forgotten the name of their mid card, their sort of hardcore title, and even Dave World Champion. Like, you know, that the Eddie Peak appears, 46 rated. Hell yeah. And he's got the hardcore assassin gimmick. And he's like, I'll take your challenge, Moriarty Schnell. And you know what? Let's make it spicy. Let's make it spicy. And let's make it a hardcore match. Can you say nobody beats Moriarty Schnell? Beat me at my own game. Let's do this. Come at me. Recap gimmick changes. He got an initial rating of very good, which is awesome. Small penalty to star quality. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, 46 rated segment. Eddie Peak surprise appearance. Oh, go away. 35 rated. That's, you know what? I was actually disappointed when I saw that. That's like the 4th best match in RIPW history. We've had a 39 and 2 36s, and that's it. Better than that. So, yeah, not really that disappointed, but this is great. Eddie Peak, 58. Holy cow. Eddie, do you want to come and play with us permanently? Jesus Christ. Fantastic heat and good wrestling. Moriarty Schnell defeated Eddie Peak in 1428 by pinfall with a Schnell shock following interference from Roderick Flack. And also Zarnell Zephaniah. I don't know why he's not mentioned that. They both they both interfered as the finish. Don't know why they just decided to ignore him. Moriarty Schnell makes defense number 7 of the RIPW USA title. Schnell, I think that's his best performance, 32. We love that. This type of match was a very poor choice for this audience. I mean, I don't remember getting that warning when I did the hardcore match ages ago. Have they changed our product and just like snuck it past me? Because I think on like the second show, rivalry, where is it? Diva Arnold defeated Hellion in a hardcore match. And I've put no notes under that. And that got a 35 rating. Hardcore matches get 35 ratings. Facts. So yeah, that's fun. That's fun. And they also did a last man standing match that only got 26, surprisingly. But again, no notes about it being a bad idea to have that match on the show. This is the final segment of the show, by the way. There's not even a post-show, just Schnell celebrating when he wins after interference. I mean, it's a hardcore match. He's allowed that. Eddie Peak's here on his own. He's got no backup. Yeah. Moriarty Schnell on a hell of a run as USA champion. So let's have a look at how the show did. 37, it's our best show! What? I mean, I know I brought in some star power. I got some good segments. To be fair, look at those segments. Look at those segments. The segments on the show were 39, 46, 32, 55, 46. That's genuinely kind of crazy, you know? That's genuinely kind of crazy. And we had a 35 match, a 33 match, a 27 match, and a 25 match. So nothing terrible on the show either. The pre-show match obviously doesn't count towards the show rating. That's genuinely surprised me. Like, the last show surprised me. But this has genuinely surprised me. Now, who do we give good speech rewards to? Schnell. I would say Peak and Maximilian, but they're both mad at me. Maybe I could alleviate some of that by praising them. Yeah, then they might agree to come back. And that'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. I think at least one of them's like retiring very soon. Like, we might have just retired someone. Like, inadvertently. Right, so Schnell. Great performance. Eddie Peak. 58 in that match. That's insane. and Zeus. So yeah, I guess because they're just one-timers and the legends and what have you, it's kind of like, look, Chanel, great as always. Eddie, Zeus, shout out to you for turning up. And Oscar's like, what about me? What about Raven? Get out. He did great as well, to be fair, but not as great as Eddie and Zeus, so screw it. Was very happy with your speech. Eddie Peak seemed pleased. Zeus seemed pleased. We'd love to see it. Okay. RIPW. Eddie Peak gone from RIPW. So's... Oh, because he was... So we actually hired Eddie Peak. Little peek behind the scenes. Hat peek. We actually hired him for a one-time appearance, whereas the other two were brought in as like just, oh, they're local. Sure. You know, on the night, and it is different, so they're both gone as well. But only Eddie gets a story. Anyway, feedback has been mainly positive. The company has won many friends. As is traditional, we've got a decision to make, which I'm curious about, and some emails, but we will look at those in the full video next time. So, yeah, for now, let me know your thoughts. I'm genuinely stunned that that was our best show, but we've just completed our first year. Like, the next show will be January 2021. The second championship battle that I have booked. So we've done a year, and except for a little dip really early on in like the March-April time where we didn't do so great. I think we had a 19 rated show at one point, which is crazy to look back on now. We've been going up and up and up. But the thing is, I'm loading pressure on myself because I've just like loaded that show with some big names like that aren't gonna be around. So how am I like regular roster gonna, you know, gonna keep that momentum going? I feel like we're gonna get a little bit of a drop in the coming shows just because I won't have these massive names, but hopefully I'm building up my own guys that are signed really well. Like Moriarty Schnell is performing better and better every single time. Diva Arnold's doing a great job. I've properly signed American Flash, El Jaguar, Jebediah, Cowboy Buck. They're all doing great, you know. So like I do feel like we're moving in the right direction even without the little cheap pops, you know, the little cheap improvements. Forrest Vatslav's doing great for us as well. He's, you know, he's not going anywhere unless he gets called up. That's the point. We've gone through a whole year without a single call up, which is wild to me considering that was the whole point of this starting with RIPW, as I wanted the challenge of having people called up and ruining my plans. Hasn't happened yet. Maybe that's what one of the decisions is. I guess you'll have to tune in next time to find out, so subscribe if you're new here. Leave a like, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments again any thoughts on what happened throughout the video, no matter which version you're watching. I'd love to hear what you think, and share with your friends if you think they would enjoy. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.